Okay, I'm just up this beautiful day. I'm blessed to be awoke, breathing in prana, breathing in air. I want to talk about Ron DeSantos. This video is for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. Ron DeSantos quietly signs a bill. Okay, quietly. This happened 15 hours ago. Okay, he signs a bill, and this is president. And the reason why I said this is very president because this bill that he signed, this will be a bill that will be implemented. Okay, implemented everywhere. Okay. Now, he signs a bill for permitless carry bill. So when I see permitless carry bill is you do not need a license to carry. Okay. Now, what what I like about Florida and Texas is their gun laws. Okay, the reason why is you have a right to bear arms. Okay, um, some states are real strict on their gun laws, and there's a lot of um. I did a video, and I don't know if the video's still up or was taken down on the shooter in Tennessee. Um, God rest those souls that were taken out. Um, it was interesting. Her age was 28, and the victims was 6. Okay, the number is symbolic. Okay, the shooting was very symbolic. Um, but this new gun law that he just passed for the state of Florida is actually going to be implemented. Okay, throughout the United States. Okay, um, Ron DeSantos signs a permitless concealed carry law. DeSantos signs bill allowing Florida residents to carry concealed guns without a permit. Um, so you don't even need a permit, but you do need a. See, you gotta read the fine prints of these laws. People think, oh, I can just go and buy a gun, um, and also there's 26 states that do the same thing. Okay, I'm seeing Texas, I'm seeing other states. Okay, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all of these states will follow suit. Texas has already passed the same similar law. This law will be on every 52 states in the United States. Okay. This video is for entertainment purposes, but use discernment out here. Um, Now the only thing with the the only problem we're having is yes, you can carry, but the problem is if you get pulled over or anything. Um, so what does a um, permitless carry mean? Okay, so you need to read your regs, okay, because there's regs and rules to this. Okay, it's not like the Wild Wild West out here. Okay, gun slaying, towing people. Okay, um, on Monday, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a Florida permitless carry bill into law. Okay, this was a bill that he put into law. And what's so interesting is we have the President of the United States supposed to be signing bills, but I'm seeing more and more governors taking charge of their own states. Okay, this is unprecedented. What I'm seeing, you guys. I'm 44 and I'm living in a time of a great awakening, a great shift, and I'm just like, wow. Okay, so I'm trying to process all this information, these downloads, information, and everything that's going on because there's a lot going on, you guys. Okay. Um, this is gonna sound crazy because I'm just trying to stay on guns. I was at my house, you guys. Something said look up. Okay, this was my old residency. You guys, I looked up. Okay. Now I always look up at the sky. Okay. This time when I looked up, it was different. Okay. Um, I was so shocked that I seen what I seen above us. Okay. Now I have seen a lot of stuff in my life. Okay. When they actually say people, um, when they say, I'm gonna do another video on this. Okay. I'm gonna stay on topic because I could be all over the place right now. What I seen in front of me, above me. Okay. Not in front of me, above me. But I will do that in the next video. But I need to make some coffee here. But anyway, so this law basically is saying that it allows guns to be carried almost anywhere without a permit. Guns will still be prohibited in airport, courthouses, and other government buildings. Concealed carry permits will no longer be required after July 1st. So we're still in April. So even though this bill was passed, okay, um, you need to be careful because if you're get caught carrying a gun, this is serious as jail time. Okay, this is federal time. Okay, a you can get up to 10 years in the state of Florida. Um, 10 years easily. Okay, so 8 years from the date sentence expired. So basically, you could be doing 10 years. And this is not no civil, this is Fed time, okay? Federal time in the federal prison, okay? So don't go out here thinking you just carry around a gun and you get pulled over and you're not licensed to carry and they're just going to let you go and slap a wrist on ticket, give you a ticket and go home. No, this bill was passed, but it's not implemented until July 1st. Okay, so you still need, um, if you get pulled over, something saying that you're licensed to even carry the gun. Okay, now we know there's a lot of shootings that have been going on. The United States has the most shootings anywhere, and I ask myself why? Why is this that United States has the most shootings? And there's foreign countries that have gun laws where they carry it and they don't even have to have a license. But why the United States? What's in the air? Why are we having these mass shootings, right? In public areas, in schools. I mean, people's lives are taken. These are children lives, these are adults, these are people's families. And it's not the gun itself, it's the people. Think of it like the antecedent. The antecedent is we have so many gun shootings here in the United States, and if you look at other countries, they carry guns like we do. Ron DeSantis just passed this law into Florida, but the problem is it won't be implemented until July 1st. So if you get caught carrying a gun and you still don't have a license, okay, you can be charged. So you need to know your gun laws. When I was in Pennsylvania, you guys, I'm a registered gun owner. When I was in Pennsylvania, um, I actually studied the regs because if you don't know the regs, okay, and you get caught with a gun, you can be charged, and it's not like a ticket. It's like Fed time, okay, federal time, okay. Some states is 5 years, some states is 10 years, okay. And the judge is not going to be worried about. The first thing the judge is going to probably ask you is, well, you should have read the laws and regs of your state. Okay, they don't care where you come from. If you do not know the regulations of the gun laws of the state that you're carrying in, you're in deep shit. Okay, because if you get pulled over, Ron DeSantis signed that bill yesterday, but that bill is not implemented until July 1st. So if you get pulled over and you have the gun on you, and you do not have a license to carry, you can get arrested and you will be charged with federal time. Okay, just FYI. Okay. So know your regulations. They actually have books in each state on the regs of the law. Now, what is so interesting is there's normally gun classes that you have to take. They could be 4 hours, 2 hours, and they basically go over the state regs, but they break it down to the basic minimum of the regulations of the gun law to carry. Okay. Um, because I also took a class in Florida. This was years ago. Oh, I took a class in Florida years ago on the gun laws here in um, Florida, and they're really different from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth. Um, Kentucky, no, is it Kentucky? Tennessee, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and I think Massachusetts. They're all Commonwealth states. They're more stricter on their gun laws. But I did read the gun laws in Pennsylvania. There's books that you can buy that has the state regs. And when you get a chance, read it. Okay, just don't buy the book and not read the regulations. Okay, read the regs. Okay, how to carry, um, and all that because you don't want to get caught slipping out here. Okay, um, and just make sure your guns are locked. Like my thing is, I didn't read on the Tennessee shooting. God rest these souls, you guys. I'm telling you. Oh my God. And for the teachers, you know, I went to my daughter's school and they buzz you in, but I'm starting to really believe like if I was a teacher in today's society, um, would I want to even be a teacher? One, these children are freaking disrespectful. Okay. Um, Two, I don't have the patience for it. Okay. The disrespectful ass children out here. Okay. So I couldn't be a teacher. Okay. I couldn't. Okay. I'm old school. I'm not new school. Okay. I'm old school. Um, so there's no way. All right. I used to work with the foster system, and these children are um the last child I worked with, I was like, this girl's possessed. Okay. She went through a lot, but I'm like, this girl is possessed. All right. Straight up possessed. Right. She was spitting. And I'm like, what is she even spitting? Like, she would turn into different people. Okay. Like 5 or 4 different people. I didn't know who I was going to get. Okay. And I felt like, I couldn't handle it anymore, you guys. Mentally, I just couldn't. Okay. It was something that I refused to deal with. Okay. I'm big on issues when it comes to trafficking, humans, abuse, but the foster system in the United States is all fucked up. Okay. And I'm saying it because I work for the foster system. It's all screwed up. Okay. And I do feel sorry for these children that have to go through the foster system where the system is already set up to fail the children. And it's not really set up to fail the children, is that there's no um, double checking. What I mean is they don't have enough people. The social workers are overwhelmed. Okay. Shit. The nurses are overwhelmed out here. Okay. It does a lot to your mental. Okay. I had PSCD. Okay. Working with foster children and working in the healthcare system. I had PSCD, you guys. Yes, I do. Okay. Because I've seen things that I shouldn't have seen. I heard stories that I probably should have never heard. Okay. And plus my childhood. Okay. So yes, I do have a form of PSTD, and a lot of people out here do have a form of PS or PTD, whatever that definition is. Post stress, post traumatic stress disorder. So it's PTSD because there's stuff we should have never seen. Okay. There's stuff we should never been through, but we've been through it. Okay. So normally our body. it's going to, remember I told you guys about projecting. Trauma is projected. Okay. It doesn't matter if the trauma happened to somebody else, because the children are playing out the trauma. They're actually playing out the damn trauma that was projected upon them. Okay. And the last person that I had, I'll never forget it. Because I worked in the healthcare field, and then I also worked in the mental health field and the foster system. The last girl that I had, you guys, was the most traumatic. Um, well, one of the most traumatic cases. I mean, I have traumatic cases even before her, but this girl had multiple personalities, and I remember that one of the state workers was like, "This girl can be helped," and I'm thinking to myself, "What land is she living in?" And I told her to her face, I'm like, "You are living in la la land, because if you think this girl, her age was 11, no, not 11, like 14, 14." And normally the children age out at 21 or 18, and then they either go to a foster home or they give them a couple dollars and say, "Hey, go out there and make it on your own." And a lot of kids, they run away before they even turn that age because they're like, they're not following nobody's damn rules. They're gonna do what the hell they want to do. Okay, they already lived through all this stress, this trauma, and the first thing they do is they run. Okay, they run as far as they can run. Okay, some of them run towards more trauma, and some of them run away from trauma. Okay, they try to avoid it like it's a plague. Okay, but this last girl that I work with, and my last patient, I can't do it anymore, you guys. My last patient, she passed away when I came on my shift. Okay, on my shift, she crossed over. Okay, now I have a picture where I held her hand, I checked her pulse. She had no pulse, you guys. When I got there, she had a pulse. When I went back into the room, I was talking to the sun was standing behind me. Okay. Um, I felt the energy come out her body. Okay, literally felt it through my own body. Okay. Um, she came through, like, came out her body. It was like a surge of energy, you guys. Okay. Um, she left her physical body because her physical body is only a vessel. It's meaningless. Okay. Her spiritual body went outside her body. Okay. Now, this girl that I was taking care of, the young girl, um, the abuse that she went through was so severe that she had probably, like, I say, 5 personalities. And I swore, my cousin was a case manager at this job, and I came on board, and they wanted to offer me a higher position, and I was like, "Oh, I can't do this." Um, and then I read, um, they call it, their case notes, or their support plan on how to help this child going farther, because these are children. Okay. um and the state is like, because they get money, the state gets money for these children. Okay, they even get money to house these children. Okay, there's not enough places to house these children. Some of these children are on waiting lists. Some of these children's cases are so severe. Um, this girl's case was so severe that where she was placed at was not the right fit for her. But they had nowhere else to put her. So she was in a group home setting. Okay, which this girl should not have been in a group home setting. She should have been in a more um, therapeutic setting where she could get the help that she really needed, because it was, to me, it was useless, um, because she couldn't really, um, how can I say it? She had multiple personalities. So you're dealing with multiple people. Okay, yes, multiple people. And if you think possession is not real, human possession is not real, you guys, I seen it for my freaking self in a child. Okay, in a child. Okay, yes, in a child. And I was telling my cousin at the time, because she was a case manager, I was like, I need to bring my cross. Okay, yes, my freaking cross, because I didn't want that energy coming home with me. Okay, um, so I was wearing certain crystals in there, you guys. Yes, I was. And then what's so interesting is I never seen a child spit. So I was like, why is she spitting? Right? But that was a form of her protecting herself. And she was safe in a safe environment. Okay. But I think that girl was possessed. I don't care what nobody said. That girl was straight up possessed. Okay. I got the hell out of there. I told my cousin, I said, you know what? There's no way I can do this anymore. Okay. Um, this girl's possessed. Okay. You can call it personalities, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling this possession. Okay. Because I didn't know who I was going to get. Okay. Um, and if you look at her, she looked innocent as day. Um, but, and then her parents were never charged, which I found very interesting. Now, they have evidence of this child being abused, okay, but the parents were never charged, okay. Tell me how this shit happens, okay. The parents are walking freely out here, okay. Most likely, not most likely, they will abuse again, okay. Because normally it's just not the first time these people do this sick stuff, okay. But the parents, we were talking about it. And we were like, there. She was telling me the parents are still out here free, never been charged, you guys. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But what's so interesting about her case, um, is that she was adopted out from another state. This was very interesting. To this day, it still bothers me, because there's more to her story. Um, she was adopted out to a family. It was a father and a mother, and she went to another state. But my thing is, how is this child adopted out to the parents and go to another state, and then they get the girl, they see how traumatized or traumatic she is, and they send her back. Okay, I don't even know how this stuff is even happening, to be honest. Okay, because they were like she was in another state. Then the parents adopted her, and they were like, I guess it was like not a full adoption, but like a temporary adoption. And they sent this girl right back. Okay. Um, yeah, it was crazy. But then my last patient, she died right when I got on shift. Um, and she had dialysis. And she gave up. She stopped eating. She stopped drinking. Um, I tried to make her drink. I tried to make her eat. I was like, if you don't eat and drink, you're not gonna live. And this is exactly what I said to her. But she was ready to go, and I believe it was her time to go. Okay, when it's your time, there's nothing can stop you. Okay. Um, and I remember her going out of her body, you guys. So anyways, I'm talking about the gun laws in Florida. So Ron DeSantis did pass that law, but it's not going to be effective until July 1st. So buy a book on the gun laws, read the gun laws, educate yourself on the gun laws in every state that you live in or wherever you live in. Or if you plan to move to a new state, educate yourself on the gun laws, okay? Because if you don't know the gun laws, um, and you get pulled over with a gun, you can be charged, and that is Fed time, federal time. Federal time means equals federal prison. Okay, so read up on the gun laws. All right, you guys. This law that was passed from Governor DeSantis will be a law that will be implemented in every state in the United States. Um, it's just in due time when they feel like they want to pass this law, and it's going to help also with revenue as far as gun owners. And minorities are becoming more gun owners. Minority women, yes, minority women are becoming more gun owners. Um, and also, it's good to go to the shooting range and practice. Like me and my son used to go to the range and practice all the time. Um, it's good to know the regs, okay? So just know the regs in your states. And if you decide to move to a new state, because a lot of people are moving, I see a lot of movement with the chariot. Just know the regulations. There's a book you can buy in every state on their state regulations of the gun laws. So just buy those books and learn the laws. You can actually learn the basic law of where you can carry, where you cannot carry. We already know you cannot carry in a courthouse. You cannot carry in the airport. Okay, and make sure your guns are locked. Okay, this is what's happening. Guns are not being locked. Kids are getting access to your guns. My guns are always locked. I always lock my guns. Okay, because I do not want my daughter to get my gun because my gun is also you need to find out when you're out and about if you have to how your gun is supposed to be secure. That's another thing people make mistake. They don't secure the gun the right way. Okay, and also the position of the gun. I see people having holsters. Okay, and the guns are positioned in the wrong position, and also make sure the guns are locked because these children out here are getting the guns and they're not knowing what to do with the guns, okay? And we just seen this in the shooting in Tennessee, okay? God rest these souls, all right? You guys, it's Jennifer Phillips. I am ending this video, you guys. I am sending you nothing but light and love, my beautiful souls. Light and love. I'm talking about the gun laws. There will be passed in every state. Read the regs. Make sure you lock up your guns. If you have children in the home, make sure you double lock. Make sure you put the keys somewhere where only you know their keys at. Yes, you can teach your children how to defend themselves, but not with these guns, you guys. Okay, these kids do not know better. They think these guns are toys, or just an object that they can just shoot, and somebody winds up getting injured, or somebody actually gets killed. Okay, so make sure you lock your guns up, and make sure you know the regs wherever you're going or wherever your destination is. All right, you guys. All right, this is Jennifer Phillips, you guys. I'm sending you nothing but love and light. Love and light, my beautiful souls.